welcome to AAFT 24/7. Today we mark upon the second day of the Global Literary Festival, Noida. And today we have the pleasure of speaking with a renowned writer and literary curator, editor, Ms. Laxmi Valluri, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am, for giving us your precious time.
Thank you for having me.
And we are super excited to explore her journey, insights, and experience in the beautiful world of literary. So, ma'am, I would really like to know what drew you to writing and editing as a profession?
Somehow, I'm not much of a writer, to be very honest, but editing is something that has attracted me right from the beginning. Wherever I have worked in schools earlier, I would be part of the magazine editing committee, or wherever, even as my husband was in the railways, so we were transferred to different places where we would bring out a souvenir. The women's organization would bring out a souvenir. So over there I'd be involved in the editing work, and in fact long back, many years back, I even applied and got through a job with Tata McGraw-Hill. That was back in the day when you had to sit and write a test on pen and paper. So somehow or the other, I have always been drawn to it. I find it very challenging that I get a raw piece from the author and I get a chance to help them shape it into the best possible figure it can take.
And make the final edition. Exactly. That's great, that's great. And how does that complement your love for literature?
Literature is something that I have loved right from, I have memories of reading when I was in class 2 also. So I love reading books, mostly fiction, though I'm now trying to go into non-fiction. I like reading a little bit of spiritual books also. So these are my general areas of interest. So when I get to read, when I get to work as an editor on books, I get to read a lot for free, first of all, because whenever I see a book coming into the market, I'm like, oh my God, there it is. I worked on that. So I get to read a lot. That's the benefit of this thing. And like I said, I get a chance to play a role in shaping that book.
Okay.
So what could be better than that?
Exactly. And how did your love for books and writing and literature, how did it start? How did it begin?
Like I said, I've been reading ever since I can remember, like back in the day. I don't even know if children read these books any longer. Nancy Drew, Hardy Boys.
I've heard of them.
Yeah, that's what we used to read. Enid Blyton.
Exactly.
Though, Enid Blyton
books.
Is not, I don't know if Enid Blyton is popular any longer. But those were the books that I grew up reading. Three Investigators and Alfred Hitchcock. So all these, Perry Mason, all these are books which I have grown up reading. And the beauty of it is, even at that age, when we didn't have the internet, when we didn't have computers, we could get transported to different worlds and different eras.
That's the magic of literature.
That is the magic, actually.
And I would like to ask you, what is the most exciting part of being an editor or a writer? What excites you the most?
The exciting part of being an editor is that the author is trusting you to shape their work, because if you interact with authors, they're very sensitive people. They have put in their heart into writing whatever it is they have written, prose, poetry, let it be anything. So they're very touchy about it. So when you have to talk to them in a critical way, you have to be very careful, sensitive to them, but at the same time you cannot allow a shoddy work to go into the market. So that is the most challenging and enjoyable part, the trust you enjoy from the author, plus the challenge of shaping the work.
Exactly. Okay. So, ma'am, I have another question for you. Writer's block, they have a creative block. Writers, they cannot write more, they cannot think of better ideas. Do you have any sort of things like that? And how do you cope with that? How do you move forward? And
yeah, it does happen to me, at least. I don't know if it happens to all editors, but yeah, sometimes when you're working continuously on this, especially if you're working on the same manuscript revision after revision, then you're on autopilot. You don't realize what you're reading, you don't register what you're reading. So then you really have to take a step back, leave it for say a week or 4-5 days. Again, there are time issues, you are on a timeline, you have to do the submission and all that. But as far as possible, even if a break of a day or two is possible, then when you approach it, you have a fresh perspective on it. Because if you are continuously reading the same thing, you don't read the whole sentence. Already this is going to happen, this is going to happen. So you won't do justice to the work.
Okay.
So then you need to take a break.
Okay. And any word of advice or any tip you would like to give to our young budding writers, editors? Any piece of advice or anything?
Writers, definitely. This is a challenging time for writers because there's AI and In fact, I'm part of an editors group. So there's a huge discussion over there that apparently writing with AI uses the M dash, that's a punctuation mark.
Okay.
It uses the M dash extensively. So now any writer who uses the M dash extensively is being questioned, did you write it with AI? So that is one kind of a really crazy thing that has come up. There are so many like this, but more than that, I think if you're a writer, just pour your heart out. There will definitely be a market for whatever it is that you have to write for yourself more than you write for the market. Don't study trends, because today there is a trend, tomorrow it's gone. If you write from your heart, for sure you're going to reach out to some audience who is there waiting to see your work.
Thank you so much, ma'am. That was a great advice, and thank you so much for speaking to us. It was a pleasure speaking with you. And for more such videos, keep watching AAFT 24/7. Thank you.